Harvick now the race leader. Tony Stewart just a couple of rows behind Danica as he's making his way back through the field after starting 32nd. So it's Harvick and Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Joey Logano, Casey Kane. That is your top 6 as we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at Daytona International Speedway. And Harvick has taken the low line. Green flag's out, and we're racing again at Daytona. Oh, gonna try 3 wide. Look out, that may not work. In the middle there, that is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. His first appearance here at Daytona. I'm not sure he wants to be there.
I can guarantee you he doesn't want to be, but sometimes you get yourself put in that position. He would like to get out of there as soon as possible.
But he made it through, and whoa, look out. That looked like one of Michael Annett in the 15.
I heard Danica saying the race is going to be more structured. I don't think so. Pretty chaotic right here.
22, Brad Keselowski. So far, that transmission linkage seems to be doing okay. He pulls in front of Danica, and should wish Brad a happy birthday. He turned 26 just yesterday.
And you can see Danica trying to get back to the bottom of the racetrack there. That's where she's a little more comfortable what she's done. But actually got forced back and had to put in the middle right there for me.
Trying to get back down low. She looks like she's having a hard time keeping the car down.
She's got Tony Stewart now right on her back bumper. She can latch onto that 4 car. She'll go back to the front. Yeah, I'd have to say maybe her car and a lot of these other guys' cars are looser than what they anticipated from what we saw the last few days practice-wise. Again, there's not as much rubber down right now, so it's going to take a little adjusting. And we've not seen any big packs in practice. And you can't avoid that now. It is one big pack.
So far, Tony is staying in pretty much the same location in relationship to Danica. And here comes 3 wide. That's Michael Annett in the middle, down low. Stephen Wallace in the 66, and Leffler in the 10.
Now, the one thing about it with these cars, they're a little more easy to drive, and you can't actually go forward in the middle with the aero package that they have versus what the Cup cars and the way that they drive. So if you can get some help, you can make that work. By yourself, though, you're not going anywhere.
Down the backstretch as all this action unfolds, Trevor Bayne has been released from the medical care center. Doc is with him.
Well, Trevor, very hard hit. What happened?
I don't know, man. It's pretty unbelievable to see something like that happen that early in the race. You know, we were just riding, you know, like lap 5 or something. I got a big shove through the middle of turn 3 and 4 here. I got under the 7, came down the front stretch, was still getting a huge push. I start kind of waving off, checking up, get shoved into the 15, still getting the push, and then I get in the center of the corner, and the push never stopped. You know, I don't know what happened or what the 40 car, you know, what in the world was going on there to be that early in the race. I guess he's trying to push us to the lead in lap 1, but you know, it's disheartening for this team to see something like this happen. You know, sometimes we pray before the race to keep us safe, and that happened, but you know, our prayer to win, sometimes that doesn't get answered, but it's with all the right intentions. You know, so we gotta stay strong here and fight back. Got a long season ahead of us here. It's unfortunate to see something like this happen this early in the season, this early in the first race. We'll see what we can do with it.
Very tough day for a talented young driver. Marty?
Thanks, Doc. It is a tough break for the 18-year-old, but he's got many more great days ahead of him. Look at the top 5 here, folks, as they come through. They're trying to pull away from the group. It is Harvick, Earnhardt, Edwards, Logano, and in 5th, John West Townley in that Richard Childress car.
Well, he's doing a great job up there. He started up front and stayed up there. That Childress car has got good power. Yeah, they've always had good stuff here between their cars and the power that they make. And John West is doing a nice job right now.
Coming down the backstretch, you can see that Danica Patrick has dropped back to 34th, and they said if the comfort level's not there, go ahead and do that. Get to that first pit stop and make changes on the car. We noticed that she was looking like she was hunting up the track. Let's talk a little bit more about John West Townley. He has got Kyle Busch closing in on him for 5th.
So guys, this is a good team, as mentioned, behind John West Townley. This is the group that ran the 29 car last year with veterans Clint Boyer and Jeff Burton at the wheel for most of the races. Quite a different challenge for crew chief Dan Deringhoff in this group, working with a young and experienced driver. But Deringhoff told me in the test sessions that they did, he was pleasantly surprised with the ability of John West Townley. He had 10 DNFs last year, and that was goal number one. Finish races, be there at the end. So far, he's doing a nice job here in the early going.
Well, he did a nice job last week also in the ARCA race. He came home third in that event. But he may get an education from Kyle Busch here pretty soon on the aerodynamics of Daytona.
Yeah, and it's a learning experience for him, too, to be in this. He never had a car this good in this series, so that's going to help his learning curve even more. So we may see things that we may say, well, that might surprise us a little bit because of what we've seen from him in the last couple of years, but you get in good equipment, you can show a lot more.
These 6 cars have checked out on the rest of the pack by 1.2 seconds.
Well, they're running single file. You see this second group now, 2 by 2.
That's Justin Allgaier, last year's Rookie of the Year, and the 12 car leading this second group.
I can promise you there are a lot of guys hollering on their radio adjustments they're going to want because they just have not been in a packing situation like this all week long. So now their cars are doing things differently than what they anticipated. Yeah, right with Justin Allgaier in the 12 car. Got his teammate, Brad Keselowski, in that 22 now, moving his way to the front.
In that second group with Allgaier, it's Brad Keselowski, Casey Kane, Brian Vickers, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Greg Biffle. And we mentioned the fact that Danica was going to go where the comfort level was. Well, she has dropped back. And she's 33rd right now. That's Tony Raines right in front of her.
What you got to be careful of right here is not to lose the draft of this big pack in front of her. That's what you hear the crew chief there saying. Just stick with that car in front of you and try to catch that group.
Kyle Busch has gotten around the 21 of John West Townley. So Buck Townley down to 6, moves Kyle up to 5th. That's the only change amongst the top 10 in the last few laps.